Hello, this is not my usual type of video, but I had a cheap set of Mackie CR3 speakers which I had to repair, and there's not a whole lot of info out there, so I recorded what I did in case anyone has the same problem. Contact cleaner will not solve the problem when the switch fails, and the switch commonly fails and renders the speakers useless. So first thing you want to do is take off the backplate of the active speaker after you have unplugged all cables, because there is a risk of electric shock if it's still plugged into the wall. So you can see there's some screws around the border. You just haul those out, and then everything's attached to wires. You just haul this part out. Okay. Then next step you're going to want to do is unbolt the transformer. There's two bolts holding it in. Stuff might be glued together or something, so you might have to gently pry it off. Then once you get the transformer off, you're going to want to get the foam around that switch that's failed. You get it off the best way you can. I just used some pliers and just kind of took it off as best I could. There's not really a clean way to do that, but yeah, you just kind of get, if you cut it or rip it off or whatever, just watch the components around the area. And then the next step is you're going to want to remove the solder from the switch. There's these 6 and then 10 around, and then 4 around the outside. So you can use desolder wick or a solder sucker. Then once you remove the solder as best you can there, that's the switch that you're going to want to pull out. So I just show like that. That's where it was sitting, and then you just haul it out after you've desoldered the pins. And now on this is the info I didn't really find out. There's just, I'm testing the switch and proving to you that this is the thing that fails. There are 2 positions on the switch. The idea is it just switches which one is active as passive. It's kind of a pointless design because you could do the same thing with an adapter outside the speaker rather than have it inside the speaker fail and render it useless. So when you got it in that position, it's supposed to make those 2 pins in the back short together. You just saw the resistance jump really high, so that's why you're hearing the speaker fail. I put the alligator clips on the other pair of pins on there. Yeah, so you see those 2 pins there. Those are supposed to short together when the switch is in the right side position, as you see on the screen. And okay, I can't really see them. Yeah, so it's left, so it's supposed to be open as it is, and then when you switch to the right, it's supposed to short like it is. But of course, you might see the resistance jump up when the switch is failing. So this is, yeah, so 53. See, so that's not what you want there. Now switch it over to the other position. Should be open. It is, and then switch has failed. That's proof that this switch is what has caused the problem there. I think I'll go through this a bit more. Also, like, I found a diagram on the internet which shows which pins to solder together. I'll probably insert a graphic there just to show you exactly what pins you want to do. It depends on where, like, you just kind of got to pick whether you want your active speaker on the left or your active speaker on the right, and you just solder them. I think my active speaker is on the right side when I'm looking at it, so I chose a particular pair of solder holes to jump together. Yeah, so there you go. You see, should be shorted together on that side. Anyway, yeah, so switch is garbage. Okay, so here's where you want to jump together, right? So I had to jump those 2 together, and also the ones right beside. I'll show you there after that they're soldered together, right? So these 2 red wires are the ones I had to add for my switch on, or for my active speaker on the right side. You would do the other pair according to that graphic I showed if you want your active speaker on the left side of your listening desk or whatever. So yeah, there you go. That's basically what it should look like after you're done. And here's just a test of the speakers, showing that they're both working now after you've completed this mod, right? So there's the left speaker, definitely outputting sound. And then there's the right speaker, definitely upwooting sound, which you would not hear if the switch was installed because the switch has probably failed. And if you're curious why these speakers are kind of not that good, here's frequency response. I measured it, and then someone else measured it. I found a link on the internet down in the bottom right corner there. And if you want to kind of correct that, you can just use a graphic EQ and put the reverse of that, like I've shown up in the top right there. That's it. That's how you do the repair for these speakers.